Elizabeth Olsen, the versatile actress who's captivated audiences from the scarlet chaos of the Marvel Cinematic Universe to the introspective depths of independent drama, brings a magnetic authenticity to every role she inhabits. At 36, she's at a career pinnacle where her choices reflect not just talent but a discerning eye for stories that probe the human heart. Her latest venture, the A24 romantic comedy Eternity, directed by David Frayne, places her at the center of a whimsical yet poignant tale. Joan, a woman grappling with an ethereal dilemma, choosing between eternal bliss with her first love, Luke, played by Callum Turner, and a lifetime of grounded companionship with her devoted husband, Larry, Miles Teller. It's a narrative that dances on the knife edge of fantasy and reality, much like Olsen's own journey in Hollywood, where blockbuster spectacle meets intimate artistry. At the film's glittering New York City premiere on November 8, Olsen pulled back the curtain on what made bringing Eternity to life such a delight, crediting much of the on-set magic to her co-star Teller's irrepressible spirit. Despite the heavy emotional stakes of Joan's decision, a choice that could unravel decades of marriage, the production unfolded with an ease that mirrored the film's playful tone. Olsen, in a sleek ensemble that echoed her character's timeless elegance, shared with keen insight how she and Teller forged their on-screen bond. With schedules as demanding as their characters' dilemmas, the duo had limited rehearsal time, yet their chemistry crackled effortlessly. I think luckily with scripts that work and with actors that come prepared, you're able to just play and be present, Olsen mused, her voice warm with recollection. It's a philosophy that's defined her career. Trust the material, lean into the moment and let collaboration do the heavy lifting. The screenplay, a masterclass in concise storytelling, laid the groundwork for Joan and Larry's 65-year marriage, a union weathered by time but vibrant with wit. Olsen highlighted how the banter, those quick, knowing exchanges that hint at shared history, created an illusion of chemistry that felt profoundly real. No forced workshops or contrived exercises, just solid writing that invited the actors to inhabit their roles organically. But it was Teller's off-script energy that truly elevated the experience. And then also he brought such a playful energy to the set, Olsen enthused, and physically was always trying to surprise me, and so I think that also keeps it fresh and exciting. Imagine the scene. Between takes of tender reconciliations or heated debates about forever, Teller, known for his charismatic everyman roles in films like Top Gun, Maverick, would improvise a goofy pratfall or a spontaneous dance move, jolting Olsen out of her headspace and into pure, unadulterated joy. At 38, Teller's boyish charm hasn't dimmed. If anything, it's sharpened, making him the ideal foil for Olsen's poised intensity. This levity wasn't isolated to their duo, it permeated the entire ensemble, turning the set into a haven of creativity. Co-stars Divine Joy Randolph and John Early, both powerhouses of comedic timing, amplified the fun tenfold. Olsen recounted one standout memory with vivid delight. The cast huddled off camera, stifling laughter as Randolph and Early riffed on a fictional argument between Joan and Larry. I mean, more than anything, I always just enjoyed what other people were improvising and ended up being like, end-of-scene zingers, she said. Those zingers, sharp, unexpected punchlines that landed like confetti, weren't just filler. They infused the film with a spontaneity that mirrors life's unpredictable rhythms. It was so hard for us to keep a straight face, Olsen admitted, her laughter bubbling up anew. For an actress who shouldered the weight of Wanda Maximoff's tragic arcs, this joyful, silly experience was a refreshing pivot, challenging her to blend vulnerability with levity in ways that stretched her craft. The camaraderie extended beyond Olsen and Teller, weaving a tapestry of mutual admiration among the cast. Olga Mirdies, the 69-year-old Tony winner whose gravitas grounds many scenes, spoke glowingly of her instant rapport with Olsen. It was like we were like sisters right away, Mirdies shared, her eyes twinkling with the memory of their off-screen sisterhood. Their characters may navigate relational complexities, but behind the lens, it was pure affinity, late-night script reads over coffee, shared stories of perseverance in an industry that often sidelines women of a certain age. When asked about other connections, Mirdies zeroed in on Teller without hesitation. Miles, it was just so sweet and nice, she said. On screen, their roles demand friction, a clash of perspectives that underscores the film's themes of choice and consequence. Off-screen, however, Teller's kindness shone through, offering Mirdies gentle encouragement during intense shoots. It's these quiet acts, a reassuring pat, a shared joke, that build the trust essential for bold performances. Randolph, fresh off her Oscar triumph for The Holdovers, echoed the sentiment, emphasizing how the ensemble's synergy was no accident. At 39, she's carved a niche blending humor with heartfelt depth, and eternity allowed her to flex both. "I thought it was cool that I got to work with people my age," she told, noting the rarity of peer-driven sets in a town often stratified by decades. Typically paired with older luminaries, Randolph relished the shift. "I tend to work with people that are older than me, which is amazing, but that was a nice change and difference. I always like to switch it up." The casting team, Chelsea Ellis Block and Marisol Roncalli, deserves accolades for assembling this alchemy. "A good casting director needs to know energies and people's vibes beyond resumes," Randolph observed. "They nailed it, curating a group where quirks became connective tissue. It's nice to work off of everybody's different energies, and we all have our own little quirks and stuff like that to tease each other," she elaborated. Those teases, playful jabs at accents or mannerisms, fostered a natural click, turning potential awkwardness into effortless flow. Frayn's direction amplified this harmony, encouraging improvisation that felt organic rather than obligatory. Scenes that could have veered maudlin instead pulsed with life, thanks to the cast's willingness to play. Olsen in particular thrived in this environment, her background in theater, honed at NYU's Tisch School, equipping her to pivot seamlessly between scripted fidelity and spontaneous flair. The film's exploration of eternity isn't abstract. It's tactile, rooted in the minutiae of long-term love, the inside jokes that endure, the resentments that simmer, the surprises that reignite sparks. Teller's physicality, those impromptu surprises, mirrored Larry's character, a man who combats marital ennui with bursts of whimsy.